This season for me, it's a new place, a new boat with new department heads.
Best thing to do is feed them alcohol.
I've never hit anything in my career, ever.
Bring me a naked man and bring him to me now.
Challenge accepted.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Below Deck Med Edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-captain. It's the one and only Teresa.
Ahoy, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Hey, everyone.
Ahoy on board.
How is everyone doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Loving this season. I'm actually starting to like the season more and more with every episode. And I think maybe it's because I'm getting to know the characters.
We're on episode 4.
Yeah.
I know. I see what you're saying. I like them too. I mean, like them. Like the peeps, like the episodes. Yeah.
I was coming off sailing yacht after having fallen in love with Gary and Daisy and Marcos, right? And so then you get fed a new cast of characters, and it takes an episode or two to warm up to them. And as we said before, I think we watched episode 1 in the airport when we were traveling.
Yes, we did.
So I think now, from the comfort of home, I'm comfortable with the characters. I'm really starting to enjoy the season.
Me too.
And this episode, no different. This was chock full of drama. And I think it's just going to keep going that way as the season continues.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Before we get into it, guys, it is the first week of the month. It is the first week of August, which means it's a great time to get on that Patreon if you're not on that Patreon. And I say it's a great time because if you're unfamiliar with Patreon, you get charged the moment you sign up. That's how it works. No matter what tier you choose, whether it's Friends with Benefits, Cousins Club, Family Affair, you get charged that day. And then you don't get charged again until the first of the month, and you make your renewal payment every month on the first of the month after that. And so the earlier in the month you sign up, well, the better, because then it's not like you're getting charged twice in 1 week or twice in 2 weeks. So if you're thinking about the Patreon, we highly suggest you check it out. Not even sign up right away, but check it out. See what there is over there for you, because we're covering Seeking Sister Wife.
Yes.
Which is a delight.
It's such a delight.
We have audio only over there. We have audio and video if you want.
On the Family Affair.
On the Family Affair. And on the Family Affair tier, we also have our monthly bonus, which we just dropped a few days ago, which was our recap of episode 1 of 90 Day UK, which is also quite the debacle.
It's very interesting. A lot of questions, a lot of sadness.
A lot of sadness, a lot of questions, a lot of sadness, the segment over there. But we loved talking about it. We loved watching it. And while we're not covering that show on a weekly basis, I wouldn't be surprised if we covered another episode later in the season as a bonus on Patreon.
Because I am going to be watching it. I don't know about you, Jonathan.
If you're watching it, I'm watching it.
I'm intrigued. And just... let's say the characters, it looks good, it looks interesting, but I'm more intrigued to see how it's gonna work, because it's 90 Day UK. It does seem like the franchise. It has a lot of similarities, but is it being run by Discovery Plus, or is this being franchised to another channel in the UK?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know, and we had this discussion the other day.
We debated it on the episode, and again, sorry if you listen to that and are hearing our thoughts again. But yeah, very confusing, but we loved it. It's on the Patreon. Also, you should know, if Seeking Sister Wife is not for you, well, we're sorry to hear that, because the show is amazing.
Amazing.
And maybe you just haven't watched it yet, because we didn't think it was for us until we actually sat down and watched an episode, and we said, oh, this is actually 100% for us.
I didn't even want to watch it, guys. I was sitting there and I'm like, I don't think we should even, do this. But you guys were asking us, and I'm like, all right. I don't want to be the party poop, but I'll give it a shot. 1 episode. 10 minutes in, I'm like yelling at John. I'm like, this is it. This is it. I'm hooked.
But all good things must come to an end, and that season's going to end, and we're going to have to replace it with something else on Patreon, and we're going to leave it up to our patrons to vote. Our patrons are going to give us suggestions. We're going to put up a poll, and then everyone will vote, and the most votes wins, and that's what we'll cover after Seeking Sister Wife. So if you want to be a part of that voting process, get on the Patreon now, any level from the Friends with Benefits all the way to Family Affair. everyone will have the right to vote.
Yes.
So get on that Patreon, patreon.com/married to reality. And thank you to all our patrons who are supporting us currently. We love you guys so much. Thank you for being there. We're having a great time over there, so we hope you are too.
Absolutely.
Just a big thank you. All right. One more thing. If you're not following us on Instagram, we think you should. At Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. Always a good time over there. News, you message us. You know the deal. Get over there on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Thank you for the reviews. And if you're not following the podcast on the platform of your choice, wherever you're listening right now, it's so easy to do. You just got to look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as the Moroccan dinner. Because that looks delicious.
Yeah.
I do like that type of food.
Yeah, it looks
Not
very
that I eat it often. I don't. But when I get a chance, I enjoy it very much.
Looks very tasty. Smash it like it's as hot as that dinner. All right. That is it. The housekeeping is complete.
Woohoo.
So now we move on to my favorite segment of the episode, my favorite segment of every Below Deck episode. It is Boat Name the Segment,
Woohoo.
where we watch the episode and we say, home is honestly the worst name I've ever seen in a boat. We need to do something about this.
Absolutely. And we did. How many boat names do you have?
1, 2, a 3.
A 3?
A 3.
I have a 3 too. I had a 2, but I have a 3.
Okay, I have like 2.5, so we
Sounds
could do
interesting.
2. Sometimes it's quality over quantity.
Oh, let's do 3.
All
You
right.
want to do 2? You want to do 2?
Sometimes it's quality over quantity. Whatever. How do you feel? You tell me how you feel.
I don't know. I feel like
I'll
you always
decide.
do 3.
Let's do. I know, but I don't want to be stuck with doing
Okay.
3. Sometimes it's hard to do 3.
So what do you want to do?
Let's do 3 because now I'm curious what your 3 are. Let's go, ladies
Okay.
first. The
All
first
right.
boat name of Boat Name this segment is.
All right. My first boat name of this episode is Hit No Miss.
Interesting.
You know how they say hit or miss?
Oh,
This is Hit No Miss.
I was going down a hypnosis path.
What?
But yep, the way you
Hit No Miss.
hit no miss. Interesting.
Right? What a name.
All right, I think we should have gone with 2. But
I
here
think
we go.
You should be petting me on my back as we speak.
Here we go. I think you're referring to the dolphin that Captain Sandy hit.
No, she hit a buoy.
Yeah, it's called the dolphin. It's what she calls. It's called a dolphin.
Oh, I thought they were actual dolphins.
No, those are the buoys.
Oh.
But let me piggyback on that. And my first boat name, Oh Buoy.
That's pretty good.
Because of course she hit
That's
the buoy.
pretty good.
Pretty,
That's so confusing.
Pretty good.
So you call a buoy a dolphin in a water where there are actual dolphins. So if you hit a dolphin and you say I had a dolphin, what did you hit? How do you know if you hit an actual dolphin or if you hit a buoy?
I don't know. Yeah, they're called mooring dolphins, but yeah, they're
Horrible.
dolphins.
Horrible.
I didn't make up the name. I just made up the name of the boat.
That was a good one.
All right, boat name number 2.
Okay. Number 2, right? All right. My boat name number 2 of this episode is Calm with the Storm.
Ah.
Because I think we all know that Reagan's gonna go bye-bye and no more Reagan, but I think Storm will be the one who's gonna step in. So calm with the storm.
Why not calm before the storm?
Because I don't think he's gonna bring anything crazy. So he's gonna bring the calm with the storm. I actually thought of it, you hoback.
Maybe one.
I
name.
actually
maybe
thought of it.
Maybe this is a one-name episode. Maybe this is a one-name
No,
episode.
calm with the storm.
All right, I heard you the first time.
He's gonna bring the calmness and the organization, and
Then it
it's
should
gonna
have
be
been.
beautiful.
Then it should have been calm after the storm.
Okay, what's your second name?
My second name, because we see Natalia serving up shots left and right. As Teresa said, we think Reagan is going to get fired any minute. My second boat name is Shots fired.
Nice. It's not as good as Gone with a Storm. I'll tell you that.
All
It's
right.
pretty good. It's
Last but not least,
pretty good.
Some people tend to save the best for last.
Okay.
We'll find out right now if that person is Teresa.
It's not me. I think this is the worst one, but still. Just being upfront and
I
personal.
wedged my worst one in the middle, but okay. Start
Okay,
strong,
okay,
finish
okay.
strong, not Teresa.
My last name of this episode is The Secret Lover.
Oh, I think that's my favorite name.
Really?
How do you spell C?
With an S? I did.
Where?
Secret Lover.
It should have been SEA. C,
Oh.
like the ocean.
Oh.
C. Because my third name, Teresa, it was a Mexican themed dinner we had. It was an absolute party. It was an absolute fiesta, some would say. Not the nap, but the SEA siesta. Forget fiesta. It's a siesta. It's a fiesta on the sea.
That's a good one. I think that's your best.
Wow.
That's the best.
Save the best for last.
That's the best.
All right. That is boat name this
I
segment.
opened up with the best. Hit no miss.
And it was just downhill from there.
What are you talking
The
about?
rest were definitely misses.
Hit no miss is a great name. Come with the storm. Beautiful. The Secret Lover. Get out of here.
Yeah. Somehow all of your boat names are Yoda-esque. And I don't know how.
What?
Like inside out and backwards. And they make sense once you explain them, but it takes a second to get there.
Oh,
I
guys,
love them, Teresa.
Colin.
I love them. They're so original. I think I could say. I do want our friends to call in. I want to hear their boat names. We love when you share your boat names, whether you
Yes.
message us your boat names or you leave it as a review. Share those boat names with us. You guys are so clever.
All right. Let's get into the app. The deck crew is cleaning. Beautiful, right? Reagan's talking to Captain Sandy, or I should probably say Captain Sandy is talking to Reagan,
Yes.
telling her what's expected from the deck crew and the bosun. Basically, everything that Reagan does not do is expected.
Yeah,
right?
basically do the opposite of what you're doing, Reagan, and we'll have a much better time
And you
on
can
this boat.
see her tail in between her legs.
Well, she's kind of giving Sandy what she's looking for. She's saying, I'll prove myself today. Today will be different.
I don't buy it.
It's words.
Yes, I don't. I can read through her. Again, I'm pretty good at judging people, right? Since day one, right? She's just not doing her job.
I know.
She's just not there for the crew. As a leader, you gotta be there. You gotta lead. Being a leader doesn't mean that you do other things and your group is doing the job. That's not a leader.
No.
As a leader, especially this type of a leader, you gotta be there and lead.
Especially, I would say, in the beginning of the season, if you want to sort of get everything going, locked into place, everyone's roles are assigned, and then you step back and fine, you go and have a cigarette because the wheels are in motion, you've set everything up to work smooth, fine. From Charter 1, Reagan's been MIA, smoking cigarettes, hungover, not doing her job, and that's the exact time she needs to be there, showing people how to do things, telling people what needs to be done, and she's just not. And Sandy's had enough of it and says,
Good.
It's time for you to step up, ship up or ship out. Is that the saying? Ship up or ship out? And Reagan's like, yeah, today will be different. I promise.
Yes. So Reagan, and I kind of hated this because she goes to Storm and telling him like, well, we are very disorganized, right? We got to do something about it.
Yeah.
You know why you're disorganized, right, Reagan? It's because of your lack of leadership. So I kind of hate that she puts it on the team. She's like, yeah, you are disorganized.
She did, though, call everyone together for a deck meeting. And I thought she started to delegate. It may have not been in the best way, but I thought she started to say, okay, Jason, you do this. Storm, you do that.
Well, yes, but then she's like, well, and you should also listen to Storm because he has more experience than all of us, and including me. So you should just
Yeah.
basically listen to. Okay, so you went from doing nothing to basically telling them that you're not really qualified for the job. There is someone on your crew who's way more qualified, and then so your crew should listen to him instead. This is all just so wrong. So wrong.
Storm's direction is we should just throw all the toys in the water, which is smart.
Yeah.
Storm knows Sandy,
Yeah.
and Sandy just wants those toys in the water.
Yeah.
It's such an easy way to please Sandy. She's not asking for much, it seems like. She just wants toys in the water. Storm gets it. Reagan could easily facilitate that, but she has to make everything tougher than it needs to be.
Yes. And also, I think she quit smoking and she started snacking instead. Because now we don't see her smoking cigarettes. Every single time someone needs her, she's snacking on leftovers from the guests, I guess.
Every episode is something different. She's in the corner smoking. She's in the corner drinking. Now she's in the corner snacking.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I don't know how many more episodes there'll be for her to escape.
I think that's it.
And find her vice.
I think she's going to get fired at the beginning of the next episode. And it's going to be it for Reagan. But
shots fired.
Let's not skip ahead because we see the guests eating breakfast. They're a little hungover. And we see the throwback of Noah running around like crazy in the kitchen and just basically annoying everyone.
He definitely getting on some people's nerves.
Oh, yeah. He's so young.
He's 18?
Is he? Well,
No, he's 22.
Is he?
He's 22, I think. They said.
Well, he looks very young.
Yeah, he's 22.
He acts very young.
Well, did you see when Natalia was in the galley reading Noah's preference sheet? And she's reading, he comes from a very wealthy family with a helicopter. And he says, why drive when you can take a helicopter? Why be humble when you can be a snob, Noah?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So that's happening. Meanwhile, David and Natasha are in the galley and things are awkward. Things are tense. And Natasha tells the camera, even though things seem good, I'm struggling with this Dave situation.
Yeah. Honestly, I went from liking Dave to now I see him as a little pussy.
Ooh-wee! Little Pussy was my fourth boat name.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
We didn't do fourths.
But yeah, it's just like, honestly, he went from like being this like, oh shit, yeah, like tattoos, he can cook, he traveled the world. Like, okay, I see this. I see what she sees in him. To just becoming this like lost person who got drunk and got mad. And now he's just this little puppy who's just like so hurt and such a pussy.
Jeez. Well, is he a dog or a cat? But let's...
Is pussy a cat?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Dogs have
Dolphins, cats. I don't understand why things are named the way they're named.
You know that dogs have pussies too, right?
Huh? What?
Like the females, the female dogs have pussies.
I'm so uncomfortable. Anyways, here's
I wish this was on camera because
I'm so glad it's not.
John's face was priceless when I was talking about the dog vaginas.
You say it like we were talking about it 10 minutes ago. Remember when we were talking about dog pussy? Yeah, John's face was so uncomfortable. We are currently talking about it today. So we are no longer talking about it, though. That was the last of that. What I want to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
What I want to talk about is Dave and Natasha, because I get where Dave is coming from in the sense that they talked and said, we're going to spill the beans one day within the first week. We're going to let the crew know that we're an item. And now Natasha's almost going back on that word and saying, well, I feel guilty because remember I cheated on my ex with Dave. So I feel guilty. It's not a great look. And I don't really want the crew to see me as a cheater. So I don't know if we should tell them that Dave and I are together.
Oh, or does she have a thing for Jason?
Oh, I don't think so. I think Dave and Natasha are a unit. I think they're strong, and I think they have...
Oh, they're everything but strong.
Well, maybe not strong in the moment, but I think they're attracted to each other, and I think they will make it work. I just think Natasha may be a little selfish. You decided you were going to tell the crew. Dave went in thinking, okay, we're going to tell the crew. I don't have to keep this a secret. And now you keep making him keep it a secret, which is going to make him question things. Oh, why are we keeping it a secret? Does she not love me anymore? Is she not into me anymore? Does she not want to do this anymore? When it's really Natasha just going, I don't want people to know I'm a cheater.
Like if I was Natasha, I would not be with him. I would literally break it up because I'll be like, that is nothing to you anymore. Like you just became this.
I know.
Like I don't know. Like, yeah.
It's not attractive.
It's not sexy.
There's no confidence.
Yes.
You lost your confidence.
That's it. And confidence is so important. Oh my gosh, it is so important. And just not to be like cocky or anything. Like, I'm talking confidence about like, be confident in yourself. Like, be confident about who you are, right?
Yeah.
Don't turn into this like sobbing little biatch.
Jeez. Shots fired again. Name of the boat. So we learn there's going to be a cave swim at 11:30 in the morning, and Storm starts to take the lead with Jason and Z. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to get things ready. Jason's a little bitter about the current role he's in because he's used to doing more than just inflating pool toys.
Which I get it. He says, I'm used to working on smaller boats. I was the captain too. And I get in a smaller boat, you wear more hats, right?
Yeah.
So you do everything. And I guess he kind of like it. Now he is a deckhand. He does inflates boats and just cleans. And that's all he does, right?
But you know what you signed up for.
I guess.
Suck it up. This is what you signed. This was in the job description.
He's sucking it up. He's doing the work. I think this was the first time he complained about something other than Reagan.
Yeah.
So I think he's still good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Give him a chance. Chef Dave, still in the galley, working on that Mexican lunch. And it's no fiesta in there, Teresa. He is a little depressed. You can see it, right? And this is where we learn, okay, they were going to tell everyone the situation. They weren't going to keep it a secret. And if he had known that Natasha was going to change her mind and keep it a secret, he would have never bunked with her. That's too much tension. That's too much temptation. That's too much sexuality for one man. And he goes, I would have never bunked with her if I knew we weren't going to be out in the open with our relationship.
Well, someone had to do it. I guess then it would probably be Kyle and someone else.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, Dave is hurt. Dave is struggling.
He's
Dave
very
is
hurt.
depressed.
Yeah, but in the meantime of Dave being depressed, Sandy's checking the weather and it's not looking good. It's looking stormy.
Oh. I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah, so the guests are back.
We didn't even talk about them at the cave.
There's just cave diving.
Yeah. Also drinking and diving.
Yeah, not a good idea.
You guys don't want to drink and dive. Like they're on the tender heading to the cave and they're like, oh, can we get some seltzers? Who needs to pregame a cave swim?
People.
22-year-olds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are back and taking photos and they're like, Sandy, come into the photo. And Sandy, I would love to, but let me break the bad news for you first.
Yeah, glad you guys are all here. Because of the weather, we need to head back to the dock because winds are at 30 knots. We're going to be getting 4-meter seas, and you don't want to be out here.
Waves.
Did she say waves?
I'm pretty
I thought
sure.
she said seas.
What
but
does it even mean?
Either way, you don't want to be out here when it gets going like that. The thing, I think you said it, they came back to the boat, there's welcome shots.
Yes.
So there's just
I didn't say, but thank you.
There's welcome shots whenever the guests return to the boat. Not just the first.
It's Natalia's thing. It's her thing.
I know, but I thought it was the first time you get on board, you get welcome shots.
Well, other charters, Natalia always gives you welcome shots. No matter where you fall off the board, you come back, welcome shots.
That's what I'm saying. At this point, I would just go for a swim and come back just to see what Natalia could whip up for me. I had no idea that it was
she's some sort of a queen, like drinks queen. She loves making drinks.
No, that was Kyle who said he was a service queen.
Well, he's a service queen.
Yeah.
She's the alcohol queen.
No, I thought you were the alcohol queen.
Well, I'm the alcoholic queen.
Oh, boy.
Big difference.
Oh, boy. So the crew gets to work deflating and packing up the toys. Reagan is eating leftovers.
And
it's the guests' food, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Storm is looking for her. Everyone was looking for her. Where is Reagan? We got to get ready for docking. And there's a shot of her just eating the guests' leftovers.
Yeah.
Dude, you just ate.
Yeah.
And
also, it's
stop
the guests' leftovers.
Yeah.
It's not your food. And if you're going to eat it, fine, maybe bring it back to the galley and eat it. But you're out there on the deck eating it. I don't see how this is a good look for Reagan.
Really bad.
I don't think she's going to
Really
be.
bad.
I don't think she's going to be around much longer. But speaking of not great looks, you think Jason is doing his thing. We see him talking to guests, telling them how he's the captain on the smaller boats. I don't think that's a good look.
Well, to give him a little, what's the word?
Credit?
Not even credit, but to not shit on him right away. I think Noah came up to him and started talking, right? I don't think Jason started chatting with Noah. I think Noah came up to him, started chatting, and I mean, I think it's okay. You say, yeah, I'm captain on smaller boats, which is okay. This is a bigger boat. That's why he's not a captain. So what's wrong with that?
He just seems a little bitter about it, which doesn't lend itself to a positive guest experience.
I get it, but I think he's bitter mostly because of Reagan. There's no, like, they're
Fair
not
enough.
organized. He's not learning anything. I would expect if I go and work on a bigger boat to learn something new from the bosun, from the captain. So maybe I can bring it into my small boats, right?
Yeah.
He's just inflating and deflating shit
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. So speaking of Reagan, she's now talking to all the deckies and getting a plan together to dock. And I think she's delegating. So I have these ups and these downs with her where I go, okay, wow, you're showing a little glimmer of hope that you may
Nah.
be able to do your job.
I'm over her.
And then
she
she
has
com-
no respect from anyone.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right.
You gotta earn your respect from the moment you meet your crew. And it comes with any teams, any leadership. If you fail the first charter and a half, and then you try to take the lead, it's funny. It's literally
Yeah.
funny. People will do it because it's their job. They have to dock the boat. They have to help the captain send it, right? So they will do it. But I feel like they're just doing what they think they have to do, not what Reagan's really telling them to do.
100%. I think you're right. So they head back to port. The guests are just binge drinking, trying to figure out how to kill time. What this feels like to me, tell me if you agree. Mm-hmm. These kids, these guests, it feels like when you go to a resort and there's a kids club and the parents just dropped the kids off at the kids club so that they could go enjoy adult time. It seemed like the parents dropped these kids off on the boat and we're like, you entertain the kids for the day or we're going to have some adult time.
Kind of, yeah.
Right?
I see that.
They're just sitting there like, oh, can we drink? Can we do shots? Can we?
Well, to their defense, they thought they're gonna be riding the boat all around the island, right?
Yeah.
Now they're back in the dock. They're upset about it. Like, ugh, like we had to dock because of a storm. I would pay the storm to go away. Like, ugh. So they're kind of bored.
If the
they're
markets
annoyed.
weren't down right now, we could pay this storm to go away. But inflation.
But luckily, they get a go. Well, later on, they'll be able to take the tender out. So I don't want to skip ahead, but
Yeah.
I think they'll stop being bored.
Okay.
But at the moment, I get it. I think they're more upset than bored.
Okay. So the boat's getting close to port, and Sandy calls for the deck crew to get in place. Jason, poor Jason now, is just trying to do his job while drunk Noah is distracting him. Just like, whoa, dude, how do you even know how to do this? What?
Noah needs to go back to his kindergarten. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and so that's happening. Sandy lines up the boat between the two buoys, gets the all clear, and starts heading in. Reagan's calling distance, 3 meters starboard side. And Jason's like, 3 meters? That's 1 meter. Dude.
I literally saw it. I was like, that's not 3 meters. And for someone from Europe
Yeah.
to call that 3 meters and the American coming to the rescue saying, that's like a meter.
That's one. We're going to hit. We're going to hit. And they do.
And then Noah's like, you hit it.
You hit it.
I would literally, if I could smack Noah, that would be the
I was going to
moment.
say, I want to hit him.
Yeah.
And this is the first time, I repeat, first time ever in Sandy's career that she's touched anything.
And guess whose fault is this?
Reagan.
It's Reagan's fault
Shots
because
fired.
from where Storm is standing all the way in the front, it was fine. He got through. And so he doesn't see what's in the back, right?
Yeah.
That's Reagan's and whoever's on the other side job. Her calling 3 meters 3 meters and 1 meter, a huge difference. A huge difference.
Yeah.
And so this was her fault. Luckily, they get to the dock. They dock. Sandy gets off the boat, inspects. Nothing happened. There's no damage.
Nothing.
But she's like, this will never happen again.
Yeah, Sandy even tells the camera, when you approach a dock, you expect the bosun to have everything in order. But Reagan doesn't know her job.
Absolutely not. And Captain Sandy is very frustrated with her, like very visibly frustrated. And she just said this was very disorganized.
Yeah,
No more.
Luckily, the boat was fine. So sort of all's well that ends well. But if you have the captain saying a crew member doesn't know their job, they're probably not going to have a job for long.
Yep, I have to agree.
All right. I think after that, we have docked the boat. Let us take a quick pause. We will refresh our drinks if you want to know.
Speak for yourself, Jonathan.
And then we will come back with the kids are drinking. I just want to be one of the kids. I want to, someone make me a shot. Natalia, make me a shot. I'm coming. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Ahoy.
Ahoy,
Jonathan.
Teresa.
Ahoy.
Oh, you should have had one of those shots. They were so good.
I wish I could.
It was delicious.
I'm not an alcoholic as you think I am.
All right. Aquaholic. Great name.
Ooh.
Great name for a boat. Okay.
That is a great name for a boat.
I think it's been done before. All right. Where do we go from here?
Right. Okay. So we ended with Sandy being very frustrated with the bosun, right?
Yes.
And then we see her shooting a little texty text to whoever, but basically saying, I need a new bosun.
She was sending it to staffing.
Yeah.
She was sending a text to staffing asking if there were any bosuns available. Norma from staffing responded
You
saying
got
no.
all the deeds.
Saying, that's what I do. Saying no bosuns available. Could a deckhand work?
And I think this is the plan. Okay, this is what I think. She'll get the deckhand and she'll make Storm the bosun because he's been already taking charge. He's been doing a lot. He is capable of taking charge and delegating people. And I think it's a great move.
So you don't think we demote Reagan to deckhand? We think
she would suck. She needs to go. She needs to go.
Yeah, she's proven that she's not capable.
I would not want her as... No, I would not want her on the crew at all.
Fair enough. I was just wondering. I just wasn't sure if Norma put an idea into Sandy's head, which was, a deckhand could possibly do that job. No, you're thinking she's going to promote Storm. A deckhand will come, take his job.
Yes, a new deckhand.
And c'est la vie, Reagan.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's good. I love seeing her drunk and dancing, but that's as much as she contributes. I mean... Well, okay, so then we see guests eating lunch, and they love it. It's delish.
It's the siesta. It is the
delish.
Mexican siesta. It is black and cod tacos. It is ribs. It is quesadillas. And a question arises over this lunch. Do you dip your pizza in ranch?
Ew.
Do you dip your pizza in ranch,
Who
Teresa?
does that?
Let me ask you a question. Do you dip your pizza in ketchup?
No, I put it on top of it.
Disgusting.
No.
Guys, call in. Do you put ketchup or any other condiment on your pizza? We need to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
That I haven't done it in the past 7 years or 8 years, but I used to do it because in Czech, we put ketchup on pizza. You Americans put freaking fried chicken fingers on pizza. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell me ketchup is wrong if you put pasta on pizza and chicken fingers and you put little hamburgers on pizza. You put everything on pizza.
Fair enough.
Is it even a pizza?
I don't call it a pizza. No, it's a cacophony of food.
But I have to say, our favorite pizza place, the Mellow Mushroom, has great pizza. And I'm not a big pizza fan, let's be honest. I only eat white pizza with mushrooms.
Yeah.
So...
It's the crust. The crust of
It
Mellow
is the
Mushroom is so
crust.
good. And it's all over the place. I didn't realize it. I thought it was more of a southern thing. It goes all the way up to, there's one in Jersey.
What?
Yeah.
Good for them. It's a good pizza. It's a good pizza.
Highly recommend it. It's not It's not New Haven thin crust Worcester Street pizza from
No.
Sally's.
It's not. It's much better.
Oh, how dare you.
It's much better.
It's better than New York pizza. New York pizza is garbage.
Well, not artichoke pizza.
Artichoke pizza is pretty good.
Right?
That's pretty good. We had it at the airport the other day. Pretty good.
JetBlue terminal. Thank
All
you.
right. So then we see, because remember the boat is docked, they can't go out, they can't have fun in the sun on the sea. But we find out they can take a tender. It's safe enough for a tender to head out.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jason goes to load up some spiked seltzers because you got to keep these kids hydrated. But apparently not fast enough for Storm. Storm's getting a little pissy that what's taking 20 minutes should only take 2 minutes.
Yes, and I get it. Why do you load the cooler for 25 minutes? I would literally load it. I would have it done in 2.
Yeah.
As Storm said.
But Storm, if he's going to take Reagan's role, is going to have to be a little cooler, I think. A little calm with the storm.
Exactly.
A little calm with the storm,
Exactly.
Teresa.
Exactly, John. But yeah, I think he's just frustrated all over. Reagan is nowhere to be found. She's probably snacking somewhere, right? So he's doing his job and he's doing the bosun's job.
Yeah.
I think it's a mess, and I think he's trying his best, and I can see him getting frustrated over something this silly. That's usually what happens. When you're so frustrated over something bigger, then anything tiny can just literally
The little things.
push you over the edge. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the guests go out, they come back, the crew.
Well,
is-
you skipped this part. I thought
boy.
it was interesting. So the guests are out with Storm and Z, right?
Yes.
Back on the boat, Jason's asking Reagan, like,
Oh, yeah.
so what should I do? And Reagan's like, oh, just do whatever.
Yeah.
While eating.
And once again, she's she's like, I'm doing whatever I want to do. You do whatever you want to do.
And Captain Sandy overheard this. And
that's when she texted.
yeah, I
That's
think
when
that's
she
when she
texted,
texted.
yeah.
We kind of looped it with her frustration segment because that just felt right. But yes, she texted and goodbye, Reagan.
Yeah. Okay. So then dinner is being prepped. It's a Moroccan themed night,
Mm-hmm.
which Dave is pumped for because he spent time in Morocco.
And we want to go to Morocco.
We do want, if you guys have been to Morocco, let us know any things we need to know or do or see. We had a trip somewhat planned in 2019.
Yeah,
That,
for the spring of 2020, we all know what happened then.
Yeah, so we had to back out of that. But if you guys have been, we really want to go. Let us know what to do, what to see. But he spent time there, so he's excited because he can do this authentically. And so he's excited for the dinner service. Still not excited about Natasha, right? He feels at this point like she is a different person. She's completely changed. And he tells the camera, I've fallen in love with someone and all I want to do is talk to her about it, but I can't. You're right. I don't want to use the P word. I don't want to say the man's a pussy, but this is high school level emotions. I think he's got a crush on someone. That crush is not giving him the time of day, and he is putting up sappy away messages. He's lying on his bed, listening to songs on repeat. This is Dave.
Yeah, this is so bad. Like it's such a turnoff. It's such a turnoff, and I'm not even Natasha, and I'm so turned off.
You used to be so turned on by him, and now Jason is your man because of this.
Well, yeah, but he got to speed up when packing the cooler because that's a turnoff too.
Because mama needs a drink.
That's a turnoff. But yeah, so we'll see the dinner. Guests love it. Dave presents it.
Prong, tagine, a soy rice lamb rack, a light couscous. There, Kyle. We didn't get much of Kyle this episode. We didn't.
No, but we need more Kyle.
We need more Kyle because he shows up to the table to check in and see if everyone's enjoying dinner, and he goes, "Is there happy penis here at the table?" And everyone's like, "Happy penis? What? And he's like, "Happiness? I didn't say happy penis. What are you
And
talking?"
then he's like, I'm a fucking service queen.
"What are you talking about?"
I love
We
it.
need more.
I love him so much.
We
He's
need
so
more.
great.
We need more Kyle. And so after dinner, which was a hit, the guests requested dessert on the top deck.
And I have to say, all the decorations of the tables and all those setups are gorgeous.
I don't want to sit on a pillow and eat dessert. If I'm
Did you
going to
do
be
it for a
honest.
Moroccan night?
Nah,
No,
give me a
you would
table.
love it. You would love it because you think, okay,
I would be
just
so
had
paranoid.
I just had a nice dinner and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have just the dessert on the ground.
I'd be
I love
scared
it.
of staining my clothes, staining the pillows. I'm
Okay, if
too-
you're on that yacht, you would not be worried
That's
of
true.
staining your clothes.
And if I stained my clothes, Natalia would be pumped. 'Cause
Oh,
it
yeah.
would give her something else to wash.
Oh,
because
yeah.
once again, this episode, she was entirely in the laundry room. Mm-hmm. That's where she belongs. She calls it her brothel.
yeah, she loves it.
Yeah, but so they're up there. They eat white chocolate, lime, and ginger cake.
Mm.
And Anna, one of the charter guests, says, "My world is rocked." Rocked, Teresa. Rocked. Oh.
Everyone finish.
No,
Just people go to sleep. It wasn't that good. I was trying to save you.
You're like, we don't need to draw any more attention to that. That was off the
Everyone-
dome. That was off the dome. Once I said rock twice, I was like, oh, rocked, like Morocco.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, that could have been a
Anyways.
great boat name. If the boat is Moroccan,
He's trying
don't
so
come a
hard.
knocking.
He's trying so hard.
right.
Okay, everyone on the Calm with the Storm
Oh, boy.
is getting ready to sleep, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then we see Natasha's and Dave's bunk, and it's just what is
it's-
going on? What is it? Is he a mom?
The only person sadder than Dave is Emily, primary Emily, because I lost a shit ton in stocks. I lost a shit ton in stocks today. Bah, please save it. Save it for when you get back to the office, Emily. I'm sure your parents will
You
be
mean
fine.
like her kid,
parent, yeah.
your children room?
Her what?
Her children room? Like when she was a kid? What do you call it? The children room?
Her bedroom?
Well, yeah, but it's a room for kids. It's a kid room. It's a children room.
You were trying to save me before. I'm going to try to save you. And let's move on.
Okay, no, but I want to clarify this. Your room in your parents' house
Yeah.
when you were a kid, what was it?
My bedroom.
it?
My childhood bedroom.
Yeah, but wouldn't you tell your parents, like, I'm going up to my children's room?
No, I'd say I'm going out to my room. If I was a child at the moment, it's just my room.
You know what? In Czech, you have a room, you have a bedroom, you have a living room, you have whatever.
Yeah.
But the children's room is called a little room.
A what?
The little room.
I don't think it's called the children room.
Well, in America, maybe.
That sounds like a cult. Like if you have a cult, a home, this is the room for the children. This is the children room. You'll notice there's multiple locks on the doors.
Well, in Czech, we call it the little room.
That's just as creepy.
Why? My mom was always like, okay, go back to our little room
But you
and
don't
do
have
your homework.
But you don't have a big room, so it's just your room.
But there's like the cute way of saying room. It's like room in Czech is spokoj. The children room is pokojíček. It's like,
Okay, but
it's
if
like
you-
so cute. It's like, go to your pokojíček. It's like so
But if you
small.
go now to the same room,
Same thing.
they
Because
call
it's
it
been
your,
established that way.
once a little room, always a little room.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like your mom was like, hey guys, I washed your duvet in the children's room.
They would just say, no, my mom would like, go to John's room if we were at my parents' house.
I mean, I guess.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Speaking of
what are we
rooms.
talking about?
Natasha and Dave are in their room. They're talking. Natasha's like, are you okay? And Dave's like, my mind won't stop racing.
Ah.
There's something you're not telling me. I know there's something you're not telling me. See, this is where he's spiraling. He's freaking out, and sort of Natasha's fault a little bit, but he's doing this to himself too.
Totally.
And Natasha's like, you're freaking me out. You're starting freaking me out. And Dave goes, you're scared of what I'm going to say. Is that what you mean? You're scared? Because I think he probably wants to say like, I love you
Yeah.
or something. And he thinks she won't be able to handle that. And Natasha says, there's stuff people just don't need to know. So now she's going back on this agreement they had where they were going to be out as a couple.
True.
Now Natasha's going back on it, I think. And Dave, he's not going to make any panties wet with this comment, just going to make his face and his shirt wet. He goes, I feel like crying all the time.
Yeah, you just lost all your female audience.
They all just dried up like the Sahara.
Absolutely.
The creepiest part, after this conversation, Dave just continues to look over the bunk, just staring at Natasha.
And actually, he's trying to help her take her clothes off and tuck her in.
From the top bunk. It's like, keep your hands to yourself, Dave.
This is just, yeah.
I know.
I mean, the good job on the Moroccan dinner, but that's about it.
their bunk won't be Moroccan. Come on, no, still nothing? Still nothing?
I love you so much. You know that, but gotta save you again. Sandy's talking to Storm.
I thought you loved me for my puns. You love me in spite of my puns?
I love you for some of your puns.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Sandy talking to Storm, right? And I thought this was gonna be the moment he's gonna get promoted, but he's just like, I just wanted to acknowledge that you took charge and just wanted to make sure you did not see that dolphin.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, no,
it was
I
a
didn't.
weird test she was doing. Like, I want to see before I promote you.
If he would...
Can I promote you?
No, I think she was going to see if he's going to throw Reagan under the bus. And I think the fact that he didn't, that he's played it cool, saying, I didn't see it, from where I was standing, that's what happened. And she was like, thank you for taking charge and all that. I think there was like her reassurance that, because I think only pussies throw other people under the bus.
Oh, boy.
I mean, since we've been saying that
I hope no pussies listen to this episode or we're going to get some comments.
But... yeah, and Sandy goes like, okay, we'll chat later.
And I know, power move.
Means
power move.
you are gonna take this by the storm.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look at me. You better love me for my puns. All right.
Do you know what song that is?
Yeah, of course I do.
Say it.
I don't know the name of it, but it's
Sandstorm.
Is it? This is the name of the song?
Sandy Storm. It's like Sandy and Storm together.
Wait. That's the name of the song? That's a typical...
I think it's Darude Sandstorm.
That's a typical carnival song in Czech.
I think it's Darude Sandstorm.
I just picture myself riding these little cars while this song is playing.
What little cars?
At the carnival.
Is this like your little room?
At a carnival. You don't have little cars that you ride?
The clowns do. We don't get to go in.
What? I don't understand what you're saying. Let me show you the little cars, right?
Yeah. I'm going to play the song so only Teresa can hear it. This is the song,
Yeah,
right?
of course. This is This is such a carnival.
Sorry you guys can't hear it. I'm playing it just in our headphones. But yeah, it's Sandy Storm. Another name for the boat.
I always forget how different you and I are.
Okay.
These little cars at the carnival.
She is showing me bumper cars.
That's what it's called in America?
Yeah.
The little cars.
Bumper
That's what
cars.
we call them.
Okay. So crew changes into their whites. They say goodbye to the guests. Emily says it's been an unreal experience. You're also amazing. My only complaint would be you keep people waiting.
Talking to the deck crew.
Yeah, but she hands Sandy the tip. They all say goodbye. And all crew, it's tip meeting time. So Sandy says, charter number 2 down, deck. You're finding your way. I appreciate the work you're putting in. There are some things we're going to work on. It was a difficult docking. I actually touched a buoy. That can never happen. Interior, amazing job as always. Chef Dave, haven't had a chef like you in a long time. Overall, great charter. And with that, here's the tip. 19,000 big ones.
No bad. $17.20 per person.
$17.27 a person, but who's counting? She says, enjoy your night out.
But before you do, Reagan, come to the, what do they call it?
The bridge.
The bridge.
Yes.
And that's where it ends, but I think that's where Reagan gets fired next time.
Shots fired. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. Really, Tina, a lot of to be continueds on this season so far.
Yeah, they love it. TBD.
TBC. TBD is to be determined.
Oh. Well, that too.
Yes.
TBD, TBC.
Yeah.
CBD.
TCBY.
What's that?
The country's best yogurt? You've never had TCBY?
TCB. Is it like a Greek yogurt?
No, I don't think it's Greek. Oh, I grew up on that stuff. Anyways, that's it. That's the episode. Teresa's looking at me very
confused.
Very confused. All right. That is it. Follow us on Instagram if you're not, at Married to Reality Pod. Check out the Patreon. It's that time of the month. It's the best time to sign up. Patreon.com/Married to Reality. Make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as Reagan's ass being fired on the next episode.
All right. And thank you for the reviews. If you left one, we appreciate it so much. If you haven't, please do. I think that's it. I think I've said it all. Have you said it all?
I've said it all. Okay.
All right. We said it all.
Okay.
You said it all?
I've said it all.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.